Nehemiah says, so I sent messengers to them saying, I'm doing a great work and am unable to come down. Why should the work stop while I leave it and come down to you? Nehemiah said, I'm doing a great work and I am unable to come down. And I believe as Christ followers, this should be the cry of our heart, that we are building a wall, we are on mission, we are on task, and nothing is going to get us to come down off that wall. If being a good spouse is what's important, there's nothing someone can say to you that's going to get you to come down. Being a good employee, being a good dad, anything, if God has challenged you to start a business that's going to bring him glory, no matter what it is, if you're called to it, and that's the wall that God has asked you to build, you're going to stay on that wall, and nothing should pull you off mission, off your call, off the wall. There would have been nothing wrong with Nehemiah coming down and grabbing some coffee. It's just that wouldn't have been as good as what God had called him to do, which was build this wall. And every one of us in here has a wall that God has asked us to build in our life. There is a challenge, there is a call, there is a job that he has asked us to do, and we have the opportunity to go out and to get that done. And just because someone around the bend is saying, hey, they're doubting the significance of the wall, you have been equipped to build the wall that God has asked you to build. You have been gifted to do the thing that God has asked you to do. And although you may have got off task and you may have got off course, and maybe the distractions of the world has kept you from valuing the things of God the way that you need to value them, today, this morning, right now, even if it's been 5 years since you've done it before, you can get back on track, you can get back on task, you can get on that wall, ask someone for a brick, ask someone for some mortar, and start slopping that thing down and build the wall that God has asked you to build with your life. And if it's a 30-foot wall, build it. If it's a 3-foot wall, build it. Don't let anyone dictate the significance of what God has put you here specifically to do. Just get on the wall and get the thing built, baby. Get going, get moving, get producing, get back on track. Let God show you how valuable you are. Let God show you how fulfilling it is for you to say no to these things, because this is more important right now. Back on track, got my armor on, I'm pacing, I'm doing what God has for me to do, and I'm building the wall. And my challenge to you this morning is this: get going, get with it, get busy. What's my wall to build? Well, do what's in front of you first. There's a church you can serve at. There's a Bible you can read. There's a God you can worship. There's a God you can pray to. You got a spouse you can love unconditionally. You may have kids that you can raise the way God wants to raise. You may have a community you can go serve in. There's something in front of you to do that is you building your wall right now. And no matter how insignificant it may seem, that's the way God wants it, because he wants you to have faith that it's going to take him. And even if you feel like you're up there, and if the hecklers are like, you're up on that wall by yourself, homie, you might as well come down. No, you're not. The one that has called you to build it is up there with you. You have never been alone in your attempt to build a thing for the kingdom. You have never been by yourself. And if you have felt lonely, it has been the biggest lie you've ever felt, because God the Father, who has called you to it, has been right there with you, in it with you the whole time. You and him, he's ready to go. And other people will surround themselves, because when they see you submit, yield your life to the call of God on your life, they're going to recognize the difference. They're going to see you adjust to the pressure. They're going to see you value things differently. They're going to see the difference you make. And they're going to see you say no to things that they didn't know they had the strength inside themselves to say no to. And it's going to empower them to do the same thing. And you getting on mission is going to help other people get on mission. And the next thing you know, we're going to have a bunch of people busy winning the lost, loving their neighbor, fulfilling the call of God for their life. And the devil, who wants this church so divided, not specifically the church as a whole, so divided, he's got us blinded because we're so upset with each other on whether I should put cloth on my face or not, whether I should put a shot in my arm or not, whether this is right or that is right, or is God in this, is God in that, is it unconditional grace, or can you lose yourself? He's got us mixed up on so many things that we have missed the fact that we have the grandest opportunity that the churches ever have to go out and be Christ right now. The world is hurting, they're mixed up, they're messed up, they're confused, they're lost, they're in pain, and the church of Jesus Christ on mission has the power to go out and help them. We can help them.